Happy Webtoon Wednesday. I am going to try and do a quick review on the webtoon called Stockholm Syndrome. You can literally just Google Stockholm Syndrome Webtoon and you'll find where to read it. Now, first off, this is a yaoi, a smut, psychological webtoon, which yaoi is boy love for those of you who don't know. So if that's not something you are interested in, I would just, don't even worry about the rest of the video. Some of the things that might be triggering to people is there is sexual harassment, there is physical abuse, there's blackmail, there's a lot of psychological manipulation. Alright, our main male character's name is Seo, and he is a year or so older than our second male character, whose name is Cho, C-H-O. So I've been saying Cho, but I'm sure I'm probably saying the names wrong, so I apologize. But Seo he's the older one out of the two, but he's smaller. He's got more of like a feminine kind of body, I guess you would say. And he's very arrogant. He's rich. He usually gets what he wants. He also tends to use guys, so he will find a partner, basically just have sex with them, and then when he gets bored of that, he just throws them away and is like, oh, I'm not, he doesn't necessarily say he's not interested, but he says it in a way where they think he has no choice but to leave the relationship. Now, Cho is the younger second male character. He is taller, he's pretty stacked. He's like, a man's man. He comes from a poorer family. Actually, he comes from like a family shelter or like a foster care shelter. And both of these boys are in high school, and they are a part of an all-boys school. At least this is what it seems like. I don't remember ever seeing any girls in the hallways throughout the webtoon, but I could be mistaken because I was just concentrating so much on the main characters. So Seo and Cho live in the dorm room together, and to Seo, like, they have a good friendship and everything is fine. Now, one day, Seo comes home and finds that Cho has actually set up a hidden camera in their dorm room because he had heard from other people that rooms were being broken into and stuff was being stolen. So when Cho set up this camera, he didn't say anything to Seo. And Seo had brought his butt buddy back and had, relations. And Cho had found it. And when Cho showed Seo what he caught on his security camera, Seo freaks out and he smashes Cho's laptop on the desk and just kind of has this huge moment of panic. And then after he thinks about it for a couple seconds, he's like, I'm sorry, I just kind of freaked out, just on instincts. I just went, tell me what you need for me to fix this and for this to go away. I will buy you a new laptop. I'll pay you money. I get allowances every month. I'll just give you, my money. I don't need it because I'm rich anyway. So without realizing he was doing it because he was in such a panic, Seo completely insults Cho to the point where Cho doesn't want his money or doesn't want anything from him no more. And instead he just says, I want to make you hurt. I want to hurt you. So be in our room every night from now on at 7 p.m. And Seo agrees and starts showing up every day at 7. Seo doesn't end up talking to the guy that he was sleeping with. For one, he doesn't really care about him too much. He doesn't really have feelings for him. And when he does try to talk to him to kind of get some help, per se, for some reason Cho has his lover's phone and breaks it in front of him on the rooftop. And Cho says, keeps telling him repeatedly, you will not have sex with anyone else, you won't look at anyone else, you won't like anybody else. So he's already starting to be very controlling. Now Seo, he doesn't see the fact that Cho actually likes him or is interested in him and has been for a while. As a reader, you can see it and you get all the hints, but for Seo, he doesn't see it. It's he's got blinders on, and I don't know if that's because social status or social class wise. Seo's up here and Cho is considered to be really lowly because he comes from not a foster home, but an orphanage almost. So once Seo reaches out to his butt buddy, his other friend that's at the school is telling him that his like butt buddy feels like someone is stalking him and following him, and he's like being really weird and sketchy. And like within a couple days later, someone pushes his butt buddy off a bridge and tries to kill him. I don't remember his butt buddy's name, and that's why I'm using butt buddy. I think it's like Min something, so I'm sorry everybody. Anyway, so he gets pushed off the bridge and almost dies, and CEO goes to the hospital to visit him with their mutual friend. And when they are there, the guy tells him that he is terrified and he's actually going to move to Europe, where he feels like he will be safer. And you do find out that once he is in Europe, he does hire private investigators to try and figure out who killed him, right? Now, CEO suspects Chow to be the attempted murderer, because Chow is already blackmailing CEO. So there's a possibility that he could have contacted, you know, his lover and also be trying to blackmail him for, you know, A, B, C, and D reasons. And on top of that, Chow is being physically abusive towards CEO. He's sexually assaulting him and holding, like, just trying to be very controlling and just very aggressive and violent. So CEO's automatically already expecting Cho to be the bad guy in this situation. I would love to tell you further. Unfortunately, I feel like if I tell you more, people might get angry because I'm giving away some of the some people might get angry because I'd be giving away some of the things that are really exciting and that lead into the second season. And there is a second season that has started. I'm only like one chapter into the second season that's been released. But I will say that this starts in high school, but by the second season, they're already in like their mid to late 20s. So there's like a 9-10 year leap between those times. So I'm really interested in seeing what happens further in the story. I do like this webtoon. I don't enjoy reading about like sexual assault or, you know, harassment or anything like that, but I do find psychological reads very interesting and intriguing, so I am curious to see what happens. Season 1 actually is condensed down to about 2 or 3 weeks of when Chow starts to blackmail CEO, so it's actually a fairly short amount of time for all this stuff to happen. But CEO breaks fairly easily, I think, all things considered, because he starts to have feelings and is becoming attracted to Chow. And during this time that he's being, you know, verbally abused and physically abused, and Chow's basically calling him a slut and that his butthole is stinky and smelly and just like saying all these mean things, for some reason this is triggering CEO to realize that he has been a piece of shit person to his past boyfriends and that he needs to change these things. And it's also reminding him of all the nice things that Cho did to him or did for him in the past, like buying him stuff or leaving him. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yes, I do think it's a good webtoon. Well, maybe I don't. So right now I am enjoying the webtoon. I can't give I can't give like a concrete yes, it's amazing, and because I don't know how the ending is. If I knew how the ending was, I could just be like, yeah, I really loved it, or, you know, it was like, yeah. But since I don't have that, I can't be like, it's fantastic. But so far, I do find it interesting for like the psychological purposes, and I'm curious to see where the author and the creator are going to take it into season 2, and how hopefully the characters are going to mature, and maybe like the plot will get more intense, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.